What is going on, Sports Wars? And that's right, he's back. He's still on his phone, but he is here. The one and only D-Day Cobra, Jeremy Prime, the owner, founder, something, geeksandgamers.com, Geeks and Gamers, Sports Wars. How's it going, sir?
Gaming with Geeks, also above average. You know how it goes. Hi, everyone. I'm excited to be here. Pretty exciting day of football. We've got some really good matchups. Unfortunately, my Patriots are not here, and apparently they don't know what to do, which is why Julian Edelman is, committing crimes, getting arrested. The Patriots don't know what to do if they're not playing football in January, apparently. But I'm sure the NFL world is happy that they're not here. So
they've never had to very rarely do they get to experience it. So yeah, Julian Edelman in his free time just jumps on top of cars, of Mercedes, and has a little fun. So what do you expect? So
I heard that.
Yeah. But we've got a couple things on the docket today. There's obviously the two huge games. It is Championship Sunday, AFC, NFC title games. But we've also got a couple other things in football that we're probably going to talk about as we lead up. We'll hit the big games last. But have you been able to keep up with all the crazy news, Jeremy, since you've been away?
I have. Mexican Iron Man says Ryan has been doing a great job, boss CEO Jeremy. He absolutely has. Ryan has been unbelievable, and I have said as much to him. As much as we give each other shit publicly, we actually get along great behind the scenes. But yeah, I mean, with Kuechly, retiring, Odell Beckham doing what Odell Beckham does, which is make every fucking thing about him. LSU having the most dominant season of maybe in history, and Odell Beckham Jr. finds a way to make it about him. But Luke Kuechly retiring. It's not shocking from a perspective from him because he's such a smart, intelligent person. We all know this. He's a very, very smart guy. And obviously with everything going on with the NFL, with the CTE and all of that stuff, someone like this guy who clearly has more ambition in life than to just be an NFL player, it's not the biggest surprise in the world to me that he retired. Now, what does it say about the future of the NFL? That's where the discussion, I think, comes into play. But in terms of this specific announcement, it wasn't that surprising to me.
Yeah, it is. We are getting to this point where it's not as unexpected as it was. It's still a surprise to me whenever you have a guy who is still at the top of the game, who is still performing at an all-pro level, decide to take a step away. And obviously CTE is the first thing that pops to mind. We know Luke Kuechly has had several concussions. I specifically remember maybe 2 years ago, him getting a concussion on the field, and he was just like crying as they were like taking him off because he didn't know if I guess you never know whether that's going to be the one or not that kind of does it. And of course he was right back out there, but it's not something that I can relate to. It's not something that too many people can. Obviously we have Uche here at Sports Wars who is very much aware of what's going on with CTE and the mysteries around it and how that may explain a lot of different players' behaviors. But Luke Kuechly deciding to take a step away while he's at the top of the game before his body just tells him he can't play anymore.
Right. Yeah. And I'm happy for him. As far as what this means for the future, I mean, it's not the first time we've seen this. We just last year or at the beginning of this year, we saw Andrew Luck step away, which was a big shocker. And that had a lot to do with injuries and his mindset. And again, Andrew Luck is another one of these people where he's just a super intelligent guy. He's very much on the top tier level of intelligence with NFL players. Really smart guy, Stanford grad, all that good stuff. And he clearly looked at his future and wanted to make some decisions that were going to benefit him. The NFL. I don't know if it's a terrible thing that people are going to cut their careers short that play in these more physical positions. I think, what was Kuechly, 8 years? Is that what it was?
Yeah, I think 8 years in the NFL.
I think 8 to 10 seasons is a solid, really good career. Like, how long did Barry Sanders play? I can't remember. Barry Sanders retired early.
Yeah, he did.
shockingly. And in my opinion, Barry Sanders is the most talented football player I've ever seen in my life. And he retired at the top of his game well before all of this, CTE stuff happened. And that wasn't why he retired. Barry Sanders was just a strange guy.
The Detroit Lions will do that to you.
That's true. Ask Megatron. I don't think it's inherently bad that we have people retiring after 8 to 10 seasons. It's people are seeing what the long-term effects of playing a 15-year career in the NFL can do to you, the grind. And I don't think it's inherently bad at all.
That's true. Well, and speaking of strange behaviors, I don't know if it's a result from CTE or resulting from just being a complete dumbass, but we have Odell Beckham Jr. here, who, if no one saw it, we'll pull it up. We won't play. We'll play just a little bit of it at a time, so as to trick the YouTube AI. But you can see Odell Beckham Jr. here, a former LSU Tiger. He was there for the national championship. And what do you do when you're an NFL player and your alma mater wins? You hand out cash to them on the field after the game to
Idiot.
LSU players.
Idiot.
In full view of 100,000 people at the game, right in front of the cameras, and he proceeds to just hand wads of cash to more people.
He is so insufferable. He really is. I mean,
look at that face.
I know, and that's a perfect shot of this douchebag right here. He's clearly one of the most talented receivers in the NFL. No one can deny that. No one is denying that. But for a position that is known for diva behavior, Odell Beckham still takes it to another level. I mean, I think he makes T.O. look humble. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He did everything he could to make this LSU national championship, this historic LSU national championship, about him. I can't stand this guy, man. I really can't. But yeah, he interrupted Coach O's speech, to the team. He pulled this nonsense. He had an arrest warrant sent out. I mean, the guy is an idiot, man. He really is. He's insufferable. He really is. So
this is Odell in the locker room slapping the ass of a cop who works at the Superdome. The cop has decided not to press assault charges, luckily for Odell. It's just an absolute mess. First of all, I don't understand. Like, I get that you want to be a part of it. I get that you want to be a part of your alumni and your celebration, but why? Like, this is their moment. Like you said, he's making it completely about him.
Yep.
And we do have a super chat here from Mexican Iron Man. Mexican Iron Man, thank you, brother. For $9.99. He says, hail from San Francisco Bay Area, loving the direction of Sports Wars. Uche is also a great addition. Go Niners, go Niners, go. Question, isn't that Odell Beckham cash an NCAA violation? If they determine that those players kept that money, then yeah, they are looking into it right now.
Yeah, it absolutely is. I guess the argument will be some of them might be graduating. It'll be their last game, so it has no real effect. But the point is Odell Beckham. He has no respect for anybody but himself, and putting players in that position, putting the university in that position, putting the coaches in that position. It's just making it all about himself. It's just nonsense. It's absolute nonsense. So.
Yeah, absolutely. So he's not only just being an ass, like he can be an ass, whatever, but he's now endangering the future path for those players at LSU, which is pretty disturbing.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So who knows? And, now you've got another situation where you've got a young coach again coming in. It's like the 9th coach for the Browns in like 10 or 11 years or something that's going to have to come in, deal with Odell Beckham, deal with Baker Mayfield, deal with Jarvis Landry, deal with all those personalities that they have accumulated with a new general manager. It's just, Cleveland is just a train wreck. We thought it was going to be better this year. How stupid we all were to imagine that one below average season. We thought they were just all of a sudden turning around.
So bad. But yeah, it's going to be Cleveland will continue to be a train wreck, and we will all laugh at them. But,
do you see what Colin Cowherd said last night? Oh my God. So Colin Cowherd is always trolling Baker Mayfield.
Always.
Literally constantly. Maybe the only person. And every freaking game or every day he does something. And he tweeted this out last night. UFC 246 was last night. Conor McGregor came out and just beat Cowboy Cerrone in 40 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
Came out like lightning. I don't think anyone expected it to go quite like that in Conor's return, but he never disappoints. But Colin Cowherd tweets out, "Good to see world-class athletes and NFL stars at UFC fight tonight. Good to see Baker Mayfield too."
I love it. I love it.
For no reason other than to be a shitlord.
I love Colin. I love Colin. I think Colin's fantastic. He's all over the place half the time. He's good at hedging his bets. He's good at taking advantage of the situation. He daily will be like, Brady's the greatest quarterback of all time. Brady's the greatest. The Patriots are the greatest team ever. And then like the next week he'll be like, yeah, the Patriots dynasty is over. And then the next week he's like, Patriots are it's never ending. The people that doubt them, and he's great at it. But if you get past all the bullshit with Colin, he's actually incredibly smart, and he has amazing points, always with a divorce or a marriage analogy, for sure.
Yeah.
So
what's funny, I almost scrolled down and I've seen this picture before. It's a picture of his daughter's Snapchat.
Oh, damn.
That's a little lewd. Not like too lewd to show or anything, but we don't need to show it.
Right.
It's a constant response in Colin Cowherd's mentions.
I'll have to go check that out.
Pretty funny. It's a picture of two girls, and one's like, which one's Cowherd's daughter? And it says the one who looks like she can take the Detroit Pistons team or something. It's pretty rough.
Damn.
We do have a super chat from Ethan Johansson. Thank you, Ethan. $5. Let OBJ be stupid. He's telling NCAA the money was fake. I did hear about that. Good, they can't prove it's real. NCAA can go fuck itself. And hey, there's a lot of people that do think that exactly what we saw right there should just be allowed, period. And I mean, I understand that argument and everything, but until it is, he's putting them in a lot of danger doing that.
Yep.
So.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah.
What else you got?
Well, we can get into the games now, I think.
Yes, let's get into the games.
We have two big games, guys. I don't know if you know this. NFL football is still going on, even if your team's out of it. The first game is going to be the magical Tennessee Titans, who have somehow made it this far. Once they got rid of Marcus Mariota, who's absolute trash, they decided to put him on the bench, bring in Ryan Tannehill, the definition of an average quarterback, and they have been rolling ever since. Tannehill's doing exactly what they're asking him to do. Derrick Henry looks like a god among men, and they're going down to Kansas City to see if they can keep this upset train rolling.
So, as a obviously Alabama football fan, lifelong, I'm loving seeing my boy Derrick Henry representing, destroying the NFL like the grown-ass man that he is. The Titans are on a magical run. They defeated the Patriots. It's good to see Mike Vrabel. He is really a man's man. His team he really is a player's coach too. I mean, his players love him. We've seen all the clips for how he congratulated his team. But you're going into Kansas City, and I do believe Kansas City is the better team. I believe Patrick Mahomes is a phenomenal talent. Andy Reid's been in this position a lot. Andy Reid has been to a lot of conference championship games over the years, and he has failed to take his team to the next level, except for the one time that the Eagles went to the Super Bowl and lost to the Patriots. I am gonna be hedging my bets today because my heart is 100% with Tennessee, but my head is with Kansas City. It's in Kansas City. Mahomes is phenomenal. Kansas City is the better team. There's no doubt about it. But I just feel like there could be a magical run with Tennessee, and we've seen this a lot in the NFL over the years. We've seen the New York Giants do it a few times. We've seen the Packers years and years ago with Aaron Rodgers, where they were a wild card team and they went to the Super Bowl and won it. We've seen this a lot, and this Tennessee team feels like they could be on one of those magical runs. It really feels like this could be one of them. And with Andy Reid's constant, showing up in these championship games and not producing when he's been the favorite, I feel like Tennessee has a shot today. I really do. But if you're betting, I would definitely go with Kansas City. But there's something magical about Tennessee. So I'm pulling for Tennessee. I'm pulling from my boy Derrick Henry. I hope he drops 200 yards again. I hope he trucks over people like Christian Okoye back in the day from the Kansas City Chiefs, if you're old school enough to remember that guy. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm pulling for Tennessee.
Yeah, I think a lot of people that don't have a dog in the fight are going to be pulling for Tennessee. It's incredible what they've been doing. Like I said, with Derrick Henry, who I actually heard a story from Jeff Fisher where Eddie George evidently had a talk with Derrick Henry, because Derrick Henry hasn't been this dominant force like we've seen the first couple years in the NFL. And rumor, it's not confirmed, but Eddie George basically had a talk with Derrick Henry during some Titans when they retired his and Steve McNair's jerseys.
Yeah, Jeff Fisher talked about this.
Yeah, and he said, Eddie said, "You're a big dude. Stop trying to make people miss. Just run them the fuck over." And he's seems like he's taken that to heart. That is definitely what he is doing. He's instead of moving around, he's become like a one-cut dude who is putting his foot in the ground and going and trying to run over people, and it's working. And they're feeding him the ball. He's had like 33 carries in the last game, 31 carries before that. He's just a monster. Now, what do I think is going to happen? We saw Kansas City give a 24 spot to the Houston Texans and make it all up in a quarter. In the last game. If
you watch that game, though, it never felt like the Texans had control. It really didn't. I mean, Kansas City was making so many mistakes, and it was pathetic because it was pathetic to watch how Texans couldn't capitalize off that. And I'm a big Deshaun Watson fan, but that was pretty sad.
Well, and I do think that Tennessee has the right build to be able to beat them, because they're going to run the ball. They're going to keep Patrick Mahomes off the field. That's going to be a big part of it. Limit their possessions. Yeah. And Tannehill, although he hasn't been asked to do a ton, he's been making plays with his legs. He's been doing just enough to pick up first downs, keep drives rolling. Adam Humphries, who hasn't played since I think week 13, was just announced that he is going to be active in this game. Gives them another possession with receiver threat to pick up, crucial third downs. I think it's going to be like a touchdown. I don't think that Kansas City is going to blow them out. I do think Kansas City will win this game because the talent they have. Patrick Mahomes and this team were there last year. They couldn't quite get it done against the Patriots, but I think that they're going to come through for Andy Reid. They are going to make it to the Super Bowl, as much as everyone wants to see the Titans there. I do think it's going to be this high-flying Chiefs offense, and Andy Reid is going to be able to celebrate by going through the drive-thru and getting his favorite value meal. That's my favorite meme of all time, is Andy Reid looking at a play chart, and then you get the view from it, and it's just like the menu at McDonald's.
Yeah, so good, so good. So yeah, I can't disagree with what you're saying. And I'll have more to say when we get to this next pick, because there is a connection to what I think is going to happen in this game versus what's going to happen in the other game. So,
there you go. Well, we might as well get to that. It seems pretty split in chat. We got a couple people saying go Chiefs. Tom Brady weighs in, since he's not playing right now. Tom Brady weighs in, and he says that KC versus San Francisco would be the best matchup in the Super Bowl. And I thought this was interesting from Ryan Randone. The Chiefs-Packers was the first Super Bowl. So he's saying that maybe there might be a little bit of inside track here with officiating and it being rigged. NFL, there's always so much stipulation about the NFL being rigged.
I know it. Well, I think that there is no doubt in there is no doubt in my mind. Okay, the NFL and the media wants Green Bay versus Kansas City. Now, the reason I say that is not because of the NFL 100 and first Super Bowl, all that. It's because it's Aaron Rodgers versus Patrick Mahomes. That is the best advertisement that they can have right now. Who the media has lied to the fans and everybody and said is the greatest quarterback we've ever seen, Aaron Rodgers, and he's not. He's probably the most talented, but he's not the best. But they've presented him as the best quarterback ever. Yada yada yada, and they're now presenting Patrick Mahomes as the heir apparent to Aaron Rodgers. This is the matchup they want. They want Kansas City and Green Bay. This would be huge, that 2-week buildup of Mahomes versus Aaron Rodgers. Is Aaron Rodgers going to hold on to his throne as the fake best quarterback in the NFL? Or is Patrick Mahomes going to dethrone the fake best quarterback in the NFL as the new best fake quarterback in the NFL? Meanwhile, you got a 42-year-old motherfucker who's better than both of them, but I rest my case on that one. But I think that they want this one. Now, Jimmy Garoppolo is definitely still a great marketing tool for them because everybody knows outside of Drunk 3PO, he is the most handsome man in sports. So they will definitely market him. But I believe that they want Green Bay versus San Francisco or Kansas City. Now, with that said, I think San Francisco is going to be tough to beat. I really do. That defense is nasty. And I am actually, though, I think this is the best team Aaron Rodgers has had, even though Aaron Rodgers is not playing his best football. He's not playing bad football. It's just not it's not the top of the line Aaron Rodgers we've seen. But I am going with Green Bay. I'm going Green Bay, Tennessee in the Super Bowl. That's what I'm doing right there.
Green Bay, Tennessee. This San Francisco, looks like something's going on with our stream here.
Let me see if I can hit refresh. All right, we're good, I think.
Yeah, that's weird. But anyway, the what you see in the background, Aaron Rodgers covered in 49ers bodies is exactly what you're going to see again. The front four and really the front seven from San Francisco have been so dominant this year, and they've been so effective at getting to the quarterback, and I think that's going to happen again. I agree with what you say about Aaron Rodgers' team. I do think that team surrounding him, when you look at the run game that he has and the defense that he has now, I don't think his weapons in particular are the best he's ever had, because I really think the only person he trusts on the outside is Devontae Adams. But, Jimmy Graham is definitely not the Jimmy Graham he was when he played with Drew Brees. And but Aaron Jones is the best. I would say Aaron Jones right now is probably the best running back he's ever played with. Mm-hmm. So overall best team. I just think that 49ers team is better at pretty much every other area, with the exception of running back very close with the multitude of people they have. And then you look at the quarterback, obviously Aaron Rodgers at this point in time is still a better quarterback than Jimmy Garoppolo. But we have Aaron here. What's going on, brother?
Gosh.
What's up, guys?
I didn't know we had a big Packers fan joining us today. How are you going to sit and talk about how great Aaron Rodgers is?
No. I almost thought about buying a 49ers hat just for today.
How are you, man?
God. Good. What's going on? Where you guys at in this conversation?
We're actually talking about the 49ers and the Packers. I think so. Ryan just made his pick, so you're going with the 49ers. I went with the Packers. So
hey, everybody.
What's going on, man?
Everybody's joining.
Everybody's joining now.
That's right.
Sorry I was late.
That's all right. So, Aaron, who do you have in the Green Bay 49ers game?
Well, obviously, I'm picking the 49ers. That's who I'd like to win. But I'm not going to be shocked if Green Bay wins. I mean, obviously, I don't think anybody saw Green Bay making it this far this season under a brand new head coach. So it seems like that they're at the point where they can do anything. Like, So I'm not going to be shocked if they win. I really don't want them to win. I think that if anybody can take them out, it's San Francisco. I don't think I wanted Seattle to win, obviously, but I think San Francisco has a stronger team than Seattle does. So we'll see. It should be a great game. I think I'm just giving the nod to 49ers just based off having home field advantage. So.
I think that one of the reasons that Green Bay did get this far is because they were able to get that 2 seed. Unfortunately for Seattle, they went from potentially having a first round bye and home field advantage all the way through to being a wild card and on the road the entire time. I think that if Green Bay had to go into Seattle, that game would have been gone in Seattle's favor, even though they're not as healthy as Green Bay.
Right.
So I do think now that we saw what happened. Like we've had this game before, and San Francisco dominated Green Bay, especially getting to Aaron Rodgers. So we'll see what happens in this one. What about you, Drunk 3PO, who's been having the bold predictions for the past several weeks? It didn't exactly work out last week, but
it's 50-50. Thanks for highlighting that comment, by the way. Even though my predictions have been better than anyone on Sports Wars. Yes, I lost the bet to Jeremy. Yes, I owe him dinner in Orlando, but he probably won't be back for another year, so I'm good. I can start saving for that now because man ain't cheap. Anyway, it will be Tennessee Titans versus the 49ers in the Super Bowl, and the 49ers will win the Super Bowl. That's it. I've been riding Tennessee. You know this, Ryan. I've been riding Tennessee since like week 5. They have not let me down.
I don't know about week 5, but yeah, very early.
Oh, see how he tries to discredit anything that I want to say because he knows so much he was wrong on half of his picks. Don't discredit me.
I was wrong. I was right on 100% of them last week.
Wait, is Ryan the Stephen A. Smith of Sports Wars? Is that what?
I was right on all of my picks last week. But yeah, overall, your stupid ass picks have been right somehow.
Thank you.
Titans keep on winning. But they're not. Listen, they could win this game. They are built with Derrick Henry to be able to do that. However, I do think that Patrick Mahomes. I think that Andy Reid's going to eat a W today, as well as a lot of other things. So I think they're going to win.
I can't. I got to ride the Tennessee. I got to stay with them. They were my team all year. So.
Well, I mean, and I don't know if you guys heard what I said, but basically I said I believe the media definitely wants, Aaron Rodgers versus Patrick Mahomes. Just because,
That wouldn't surprise me.
No, I mean, yeah, like I said, the fake best quarterback in the NFL versus the next best fake quarterback in the NFL. That's how they're going to present it, and that's what they want. But I'm going with my heart, and so I just think I would rather see Aaron Rodgers go to the Super Bowl and lose to the Tennessee Titans. That's what I'm hoping happens, and then I want to see Derrick Henry destroy his hopes and dreams. Alabama style, because I think Derrick Henry will have a tougher time against the San Francisco 49ers. So that's why I'm picking him to hopefully play against Green Bay. But smart money, if I'm picking with my head, it's definitely the 49ers and the Chiefs are the smart picks. So
see,
they're the smart picks. I agree. They're the smart picks.
Ryan, being from Indiana, probably knows somewhat of what I'd be going through. But if the Packers won the Super Bowl, my life would be fucking miserable until next year's Super Bowl. Like,
yes, it would
it would just be horrible around here. Like the sporadic amount of Green Bay fans that live in this area, I just wouldn't hear the end of it. It's sick. Like thinking about it makes me want to throw up, and I don't know, man. It's horrible. Like, I told myself I wasn't going to talk shit about Green Bay Packers fans anymore after going to Lambeau Field and seeing them play against the Bears because the fans were incredibly nice to us, and they were very welcoming, and they shared their food with us and stuff like that. The fans were incredible. The team I still hate with all my heart. But
they were just excited to maybe get some more blood into the breeding pool up there. I think that's what maybe they were excited about.
Hey, somebody's got some noise. I don't know if it's your new beard that's hitting your. Is it
me?
No, I think it's Aaron. It's Aaron.
That's probably just using this little headset mic.
No, it's okay. So just whenever you're not talking, Aaron, just mute. That's all. So, but when you're talking, it's fine, obviously. So, but he's got that new sexy beard going on. He's trying to compete with Odin. It looks like over on Geeks and Gamers. So,
That's true. We got a $10 super chat from Matt G. You think the quality of play was down this year in the NFL? Also, Jeremy, can you add Driving Miss Anna's to the new G&G Live channel? Possibly the best Fandom Menace video ever needs to be brought back.
Yeah, those I need to make a playlist for our Driving Miss Anna videos. I think there's like 10 of them, and those were some absolutely hilarious videos. Unfortunately, logistically, we can't record a lot of them because she's obviously in California. I'm in Florida, but I'm sure down the road we will have more Driving Miss Anna videos, and I'm looking forward to the Geeks and Gamers live channel. Trying to get that set up here very soon, but a lot of good stuff in the future for Geeks and Gamers. So thank you for the super chat, Matt G. Appreciate that.
Geeks and Gamers Live? That's cool.
Well,
it's for archived streams and everything.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay.
To
Okay.
answer the guy that did the super chat, the first part of his question, do you think the quality of play was down this year? I don't think so at all. When you had like surprise guys like Lamar Jackson coming out with an MVP like season, same for Russell Wilson. I think there was a lot of great play throughout the league, just like there is every year.
Yeah. And one thing just and I'll answer that question too. And also, I know Anna's been sick, so send positive vibes to her. Hopefully she gets to feeling better, and let her know you want to see more Driving Miss Anna videos. I'm sure she'll get a kick out of that. She enjoys yelling at me and screaming at me during driving videos. But yeah, hopefully she gets to feeling better. I don't think that the quality of play was down. Not at all. I thought we had a very entertaining year. I was very happy with the on-field play. Overall, I don't. I think that,
Mitch Trubisky's quality of play was down this year.
What was it ever up?
Yeah, it was pretty good last year.
But no, I was very happy with everything, from this season, other than the Patriots offense. I thought the quality of the Patriots offense was down because it was trash, worst I've ever seen. But overall, as a league, I was pretty happy with the quality of play.
Yeah, I agreed. We've got another $5 super chat from Ethan Johansson. Thank you very much. Conspiracy theory of KC Green Bay because it'd be a rematch of Super Bowl I in the 100th year of the NFL. I hope that doesn't happen. Well, thank you for the super chat again, Ethan. And I hope it doesn't happen too. Listen, I don't want to say that I think it's going to be a blowout, but we saw San Francisco play Green Bay in week like 12 or something, and they blew them out of the water. Absolutely killed them. I think it was like 37-8 or something like that. Aaron Rodgers was on his back the entire time. I'm sure they are going to try to change something, but I just don't see them being able to keep up with the 49ers, to be honest. I think the 49ers are such a well-rounded team right now. That defense is vicious. And with George, we saw Jimmy Garoppolo struggled in the middle of the season when Kittle was out. With George Kittle in there, they are a completely different team. They picked up Emmanuel Sanders at the trade deadline to add them another weapon. They're stacked. I think this is theirs to lose. So
yeah. I mean, again, I think it's not. I don't go as deep as the whole conspiracy theory about the rematch of Super Bowl I. I mean, I look at it from the marketing standpoint. The NFL is all about money, marketing, and the best marketing they can get is Aaron Rodgers versus Mahomes.
Yeah,
And
don't bother reading that comment. Don't read the comment. Just delete it.
yeah.
Oh man. Let's see. Driving Mayhem says Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in the NFL right now. Okay, if that's what you have a KC avatar and you think he's the best quarterback in the NFL, I mean that's okay. It's not true, but if that's how you want to believe it, that's fine. Obviously, the media is telling you what to think, and you're listening very well. But
I'll take him.
I mean, he's definitely a fantastic quarterback, but I mean, if you ask me right now, name the quarterbacks you would take right now, not for the next 10 years, because obviously that changes the dynamic of the question. But if you're talking about right now, if you could take any single quarterbacks over Patrick Mahomes right now, I would take Brady, I would take Rodgers, I would take Breeze, I would take Russell Wilson. I would take those 4 guys over him. Is that the only 4 I would take? Yeah, I think that's the only 4 I would take. So I would take those 4 guys over him right now. Now, if you're talking about for the next 10 years, then yeah, Mahomes is the guy. There's no doubt about it, But right now, I'd take those 4 guys right now over him.
Wow.
Yeah, that's tough. With Brady, right now, with what we saw this year, I would depend on my team, to be honest. If I knew my offensive line was going to be great and would give Brady the time, then yeah, I'd take Brady. But Mahomes is able to do things with his legs, which Brady is just not able to right now. So that may be the determining factor.
But that's been 20. But you're saying you're treating it like Brady has always been able to run. Brady's always been like a baby deer running. It's been painful. So it's never been what he's about. So I mean, no. If you're saying like, would you take Brady on the 2019 Patriots? No, they were awful.
Right.
It was the worst offense I've ever seen. But again, you can't objectively look at that team and go, yeah, it was all Brady's fault. No, it absolutely wasn't. It was terrible. It was terrible what they had. But I'm just talking about as a quarterback. If you're going to give me the pieces, if you're going to give me the offense, if you're going to give me everything, and you can just plug a quarterback into it, I will take those 4 guys over Mahomes right now. That's not the same. Those are 4 Hall of Famers that I'm taking over him right now. It's not saying he's a bad quarterback. He's absolutely phenomenal, and his future is bright. But right now, don't tell me he's the best quarterback in the NFL when this same NFL has Aaron Rodgers, who, yes, I'm critical of Aaron Rodgers, but he's still an all-time great quarterback. You know what I mean? He's still – Drew Brees is still a future Hall of Fame. They were positioned to go into the Super Bowl this year. Obviously, it didn't work out, but that offense was phenomenal this year. So, yeah, I would definitely take this for you. And Russell Wilson might have had his best career or season ever, all things considered, with how he carried that team. And I was once a critic of Russell Wilson in terms of thinking that he was more so being carried by his team. But he has shown since that defense, the Legion of Boom, depleted, Russell Wilson has just been an absolute beast.
So what you just said about Russell Wilson is my argument as to why Russell Wilson should win the MVP this year. Because he's the most valuable player to that team. Like, what are the Seahawks without Russell Wilson? You can put a serviceable game managing quarterback on this Ravens team, and they're gonna be an above 500 team. If you put, I don't know, like I said, Russell Wilson without any help at all, like, drug his team into last week's playoff game.
Yeah,
kicking and screaming. So, in my opinion, it's like, how is that not the most valuable player in the league?
Yeah. Nah, absolutely. I mean, I know Lamar Jackson was the front runner for that.
He's gonna win it. Yeah,
is he gonna win it?
I don't think there's really much doubt. He had an incredible year, and I don't like Lamar Jackson. When the Ravens drafted him, I was skeptical as hell. He's been good. He's not like the person that I would want like leading my team. He seemed, when he first came in, he seemed cocky. He had his mom as his agent. He didn't want to throw. All this stuff. It just seemed like it wasn't the person I would want to bring into my locker room. That's kind of changed. He seems like he's a good dude in the locker room, but I just am not a total believer yet in Lamar Jackson and what we've seen. So I guess we'll see. There's
a lot of RG3 to it. It feels like, you remember RG3? He had that phenomenal first year. Now again, and why I say that, it's because Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson is, first of all, fuck RG3. I've never liked RG3. I thought he was overrated as hell back at Baylor. I hated that dude from the moment I just saw him. He seemed fake and full of shit. I never liked him. And
Brady's fan for you, everyone. They hate everybody.
I just sit there and talk. I just talked about Russell Wilson should win the MVP.
But that doesn't mean,
like, after 10 years, Russell Wilson finally changed my mind.
No, but Breeze, I'm giving Breeze his respect. I still give Rodgers his respect. I just think that the nut jobs out there that think he's the best quarterback in the NFL are idiots, and they will believe anything they're told. But but I think Lamar Jackson is actually a great guy, and he's a really good teammate and a really good leader. He's got a good head on his shoulders, which kind of separates him from people like RG3. But he does still, like, he will always rely on his legs, to get him out of situations because it's unbelievably fast. But eventually you're going to get hurt in the NFL. You just are. You're just going to get hurt. So I just don't see the long-term value in Lamar Jackson, like I would someone like Patrick Mahomes. You know what I mean? Like, I believe Mahomes is here to stay. I believe Mahomes, yes, he's had some injuries, and yes, he does run, but he doesn't rely on his legs. Patrick Mahomes is more like Aaron Rodgers, who relies on his legs to get him out of the pocket and let the defense break down, and then he picks it apart. That's the difference in Mahomes and Rodgers versus someone like Lamar Jackson. So
yeah, and guys like Russell Wilson, right? They do the same thing. And then when he runs, he's somehow managed to avoid these big hits. He just is kind of instinctual with it. Whereas you've seen Lamar take some shots, and somebody in chat just said Lamar Jackson's one knee injury away from being a middle of the road quarterback.
That's actually true. That's actually true. So
it is very true, and we'll see. He had that dislocated kneecap, which was, he's lucky that was all that was. They popped it back in right on the field, and he missed like 2 games, and he was good to go. So some guys are good. Some guys can come back from these injuries and bounce back.
I like Patrick Mahomes. I really do. It's getting us in, like, the Mahomes bullshit. We're getting into that Steph Curry, Aaron Rodgers bullshit, where the media is making these guys more than they are. Mahomes is a talented quarterback. Mahomes has the potential to be the best quarterback in the NFL in the next few years. Mahomes has the potential to, win multiple Super Bowls. I'm not disputing that. I'm just saying the dude ain't there yet. If he loses to Tennessee, what is the narrative going to be around Patrick Mahomes? Like 2 straight years, the guy is going to go.
And Andy Reid choking in the AFC.
Exactly. You are one. This dude is one game. This dude is one game from a narrative of being a choker. Yet you're telling me he's this all-time great talent when he's one game away from having nothing on his resume in terms of a team player. Yeah, he's got the stats, and that's what Aaron Rodgers did. Back when Aaron Rodgers, what was it, 2010 when the Green Bay won the Super Bowl?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. So back when Aaron Rodgers won that Super Bowl, I heard the media, I heard the fans, I heard everybody claim how he's already surpassed Brett Favre. He's going. And then the next season, what happened? They went 15-1, and everybody was handing him the title of the greatest quarterback ever. He's going to win 25 Super Bowls. He's unstoppable. Guess how many Super Bowls he has? Still got one.
One.
Still got
just
one
like Brett
fucking
Favre.
Super Bowl.
Quick question.
Go ahead.
What you said about Patrick Mahomes being one game away from the narrative being, that he can't win. Is that more so a Patrick Mahomes thing, or is that an Andy Reid thing? Because how many times have we seen Andy Reid get to this point in the season and then come up short? He's done it with every quarterback that he's had. He's done it with Donovan McNabb. He's done it with Alex Smith. He's done it with Patrick Mahomes last year. So is this more of a Patrick Mahomes thing, or is this an Andy Reid thing?
It's a Patrick Mahomes thing, and the reason is because let's go back to Brady. Okay, let's go back to Belichick and Brady. Okay, what was Belichick's narrative?
You can't. I don't think you can go back to Belichick and Brady just because Belichick and Brady are the exact.
No, I understand. No, but I'm saying before. Outlier. But I'm just saying before Brady became Belichick's quarterback, what was Belichick? He was a person who got fired in Cleveland, and he was on the hot seat in New England. And he had an all-pro quarterback in Drew Bledsoe. Brady changed everything in terms of Belichick. So Andy Reid is a great offensive coach. I don't think anybody can deny that. I was a big fan of Donovan McNabb when they were in Philadelphia, but they just couldn't get over that hump. And that is an Andy Reid and a Donovan McNabb problem. Yes, I get that. But Patrick Mahomes is a generational talent. There's no doubt about that. You can't deny the man's talent. He is a generational talent. It's his job. Andy Reid has put Patrick Mahomes in a great position to succeed, just like Belichick put Brady in a great position to succeed. And Brady took them to the next level because of his greatness. At this point, if you're Patrick Mahomes and you are this talented and you have a talented guy like Andy Reid that puts you in the position, it's Patrick Mahomes' job now to take this to the next level. Andy Reid has already proven he can do it. He did it with Donovan McNabb. He did it with Alex Smith, and now he's doing with Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes has to show that he's different than Alex Smith. He's different than Donovan McNabb. He is this generational talent. Andy Reid can get you there and put you in position. Patrick Mahomes is going to have to take them to the next level. So that's where I look at it.
That's an interesting perspective. What do you think, Drunk, about the Kansas City Chiefs? If they don't make it, who's going to get the blame? Are people going to look at Andy Reid, or are they going to look at Patrick Mahomes?
Probably both. I think it's probably both.
I think they're going to blame Reid. They love Mahomes. The media loves him.
If
That's
they
the
lose,
media,
they need to blame Derrick Henry.
It also depends on how they lose. If they were to lose by a turnover or something like that, I mean, it'll just make things a little different. But I also think, like, you're talking about Brady and all those things. It's just, you got to understand, you got to put these quarterbacks in the right system that fits them. You just gotta. You can't put Tom Brady on a Miami Dolphins team and he will not have the same success.
They were the Dolphins before he took over. They were the Dolphins.
Success. They won't.
Look at the New England Patriots record before Tom Brady took over and tell me they weren't the Miami Dolphins.
Did they not go to the Super Bowl?
Not the year before. They were 4-12 the year before Brady took over, and they were 0-2 into the next season before he took over in Game 3.
I still think it's the system. I mean, you look at Tannehill. Why does Tannehill have so much success now? Drew
Bledsoe was an All-Pro quarterback, and he went 4-12, and the system that claim became the greatest dynasty in the Super Bowl.
Did he go to the Super Bowl?
Drunk.
No.
Are you saying
Drew Bledsoe did not play in the Super Bowl with the Patriots?
No, not under Belichick.
You're talking about in '96.
Not under Belichick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Drunk, can I just ask you a question? Are you saying that Tom Brady is a system quarterback?
Yeah, I think a lot of quarterbacks are system quarterbacks.
I was hoping that you would say yes to that. Okay, I'm going to go back on mute so I can hear this shit.
I think I just see, like, I'm just saying, like, you look at.
If it's a system, then why did they go from 17-0 or 18-0 to not making the playoffs the year when he got hurt?
Because they're learning the system, man.
Because the Wildcat.
The fucking Dolphins Wildcat bullshit that year. Anyway, no, Tom Brady is not a system quarterback. That's the most nonsensical argument. Drunk is fired now from Geeks and Gamers for saying that. Very offensive behavior. No, but I mean, like, I don't think that a system quarterback, they do exist, but they are these short-term guys, your eyes tell you the difference in a system quarterback versus a quarterback that changes cultures. Peyton Manning, not a system quarterback. Tom Brady, not a system quarterback. Aaron Rodgers, not. Drew Brees, Patrick Mahomes, Russell Wilson. These are not system guys. They can win in you put them anywhere and they will change the culture. Will they automatically be Super Bowl teams? No, because you have to put all the components together. But I mean, it's just like LeBron. Like, look, you put LeBron on any team in the NBA, they are contenders. Period. It's incredible what he does. Versus someone like a Russell Westbrook. He's not going to change your culture. He's just going to be a crazy lunatic anywhere. But getting us back onto the discussion at hand about Mahomes and Reid. What? Go ahead.
I'm doing this for Drunk, but mostly for the audience too. Do you want to really see what kind of a Patriots fan Jeremy is?
Yes.
Anybody? I want you to tell me. I'm going to show you. I have a Patriots jersey. Okay. Uh-huh. I like to collect jerseys. I have one Patriots jersey in my collection, and I want you to tell me whose jersey this is. If you're an actual,
I'm not a Patriots fan. I'm not a Patriots fan. That's Tim Tebow, baby. That's Tim Tebow. Tim Tebow.
God.
True
Patriots quarterback Tim Tebow.
Why do you have that garbage?
Because after college, when Tebow was in the NFL, I began to love Tebow as a football player. I didn't like him at Florida for obvious reasons, but I don't know. Plus, it's just one of those. Like I said, I have a couple of really unique jerseys, I guess you could call them. And he didn't even play one game for them. He was only in their preseason. And I got the jersey while it was available. And I was like, man, this is going to be a collector's item one day. So plus I have it to flaunt to Jeremy. It's a Patriots Tebow jersey. I know he wants it.
I love it.
He's never going to get it.
I love
I think
me
his
some
last
Tim
pass
Tebow.
was a touchdown, wasn't it?
It was. His last pass was a touchdown. Yep. Good old Tebow.
I liked him, Tebow. I liked him.
Oh man, Tebow's
Florida guy, man. I'm a Hurricanes person, but their glory days are long gone. So.
It's amazing how many people hated him in college, like myself, like Aaron, like Roy, like John, like all of us SEC guys, because he played for Florida. We hated his guts, but when he went into the NFL, we all respected him because the dude he's the greatest college football player ever. I don't care what anybody says.
Yeah, but
I didn't hate him in college. I hate him in the NFL.
They had to change the system for him to win.
Not really.
He's a system.
Are you kidding me? Don't even say not really, because they ran that ball.
They didn't pass the damn ball.
Wait a minute. Okay, if why didn't they just change the system when who was it that was playing there before he
Kyle
took
Orton?
over? Yeah, why didn't they just change the system and make it for Kyle Orton instead of just bringing Tebow? Why didn't they change the system and just make Kyle Orton execute the offensive team Tebow ran?
He couldn't run the system.
Exactly. So it was a Tim Tebow system.
That's what he's saying. Yes,
no.
The Tim Tebow system is throughout the entire regular season.
The system doesn't work without Tebow.
Exactly, because
it's a Tim Tebow system.
That's what I'm trying to say.
But to imply a system means that you can plug any quarterback into that system.
Right.
No, you can plug any quarterback who's built like a fullback and can't fucking throw worth a shit into that system to have the greatest amount of success.
The whole thing changed. Fox even talked about that.
All they did is ran the ball more. That's all they did.
Yes, they didn't throw the ball. They threw the ball 10 times a game and relied completely on their defense.
You do remember, you do know Demaryius Thomas was like the leading receiver in the NFL over those 5 games that they went on the winning streak. Demaryius Thomas was the leading receiver in the NFL. How did that happen if they didn't throw the ball?
You're
falling into the ESPN. You're falling into the ESPN narrative.
No. Let my someone in my family is a Broncos fan. I sit there and watch this stupid fucking team, this fucking defense just carry them this entire way.
He threw for like 300 yards in the fourth quarter and overtime wasn't it the Bears?
I'm so glad this is happening right now.
I'm not saying he was bad. I liked watching the guy. It was exciting, but he ran the ball. He was a running quarterback, and the system looked different. They just changed the system. He ran college plays.
He's the most efficient player he's the second most efficient passer in the history of the NCAA.
How come he couldn't get another job? How come the Patriots cut him? How come no one wanted to sign him?
Because the noise surrounding him doesn't allow him to develop.
And if you're gonna win,
and because he was the original kneeler, that's why. He was
yeah, that's right. That's true.
He's thrown for 2,400 yards in his career.
Yeah, that's like what? That's not even a full season.
Hold on. Yeah. Let's see. There's a lot of rushing attempts here. I'm looking at the game logs for regular season.
Yeah, go back to 2011.
I'm looking.
There was a couple of 300. His second start ever back in 2010, he passed for 300-something yards against the Texans.
All right. Where's yards? All right. So let's look at these yards. All right. I'm going to go all through the 2011 season for you, Jeremy.
Okay.
Let's see. 79, 161, 172, 124, 69, giggity, 104, 143.
How many attempts, though? How many attempts?
That's what I just told you. They only threw the ball
10. 10 attempts per game?
Yes, I was being facetious. Here's one where he was. Here's one for he was 2 for 8, 4 for 10, 2 for 8, 9 for 20, 9 for 18, 10 for 15, 21 for 40 against the Bears. He threw for 236 yards. What a monster game! 236 yards. That's like what every quarterback averages in the NFL.
Did they win?
Probably. Yes,
they
did.
Won. Fourth quarter
13 to 10. Wow, 13 to 10. What an amazing offense. You can't tell me that they were just fucking high-flying offense, because they weren't.
I didn't say that. Wait a minute. Where did I say they were high-flying offense?
You just Demaryius Thomas is the leading receiver. He threw for all these 300-yard games. He didn't throw for fucking 300 yards until the fucking playoff game where Demaryius Thomas put him wide open.
Wait a minute. Wasn't that the number one pass defense in the NFL that he was facing when he threw for 300 yards?
You mean the one when Ryan Clark, who has freaking sickle cell anemia, whatever the hell he has, can't even play in Denver? Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about.
Okay.
What? That's true. Ryan Clark can't play in Denver.
That was racist.
No, it's not. That's what he has. He has some sickle cell shit where he cannot play at altitude.
I know that's racist because Tupac said it about him and hit him up. He talked about sickle cell.
It's true. It's the truth. Ask Uche. He knows. Like he knows Ryan Clark has that
now that's actually racist what you just said. Ask Uche. That's racist.
No, it's because I've talked to him about it.
Because you know one black guy.
That being said, there's no 300-yard game in that entire 2011 season until that game you're talking about, where he had 10 completions for 316 yards.
Tebow, baby. Number one pass defense in the NFL. And what quarterback threw for the most yards against them that year? The guy who's holding that jersey right there. Boom. Tebow. Got ripped off. He should still be the NFL right now. The Broncos wouldn't be in the disaster they're in right now if they would have kept Tim Tebow. Good question. Hang on. Good question for the question is, Jeremy is going to become a Dolphins fan when Tua gets drafted by the Fins this year. I hope the hell he doesn't get drafted by the Fins. I don't think that's going to happen. Is that even possible that he gets drafted by the Dolphins?
No, it's not, because the Dolphins are stupid and they don't know what they're doing. They're going to draft a center or a punter or a field goal kicker or whatever and think it's a victory. They'll blow this opportunity. Just watch.
I personally, I think that Tua's in the best position that he could possibly be in. I think he's going to fall to maybe the 15 to 20s.
Agreed.
Where he's not going to go to a dumpster fire of a team, that he's going to be expected to be the savior. He can actually sit behind another quarterback to kind of develop and get the injuries worked out. But I got to be honest, as the biggest Tua fan on the planet, and he is going to, he will probably replace Tom Brady as my favorite NFL player. His injuries is a problem. I mean, his injuries is a mega problem. I mean, he had multiple surgeries at Alabama, missed a lot of games, and we probably missed out on 2 national championships because of his injuries. So it's a big concern.
So you've said it a million times. You're not a Patriots fan per se, but you're a Tom Brady fan, which in turn makes you a Patriots fan. So are you going to follow Tom Brady?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I don't follow NFL teams. I've talked about it because
he's going to be the Bears quarterback next season. So you're going to be a Bears fan, right?
I'll be a Bears fan if Brady goes. Yeah.
This morning we had some breaking news. Phillip Rivers is actually moving out of San Diego. He's moving his entire family to Florida to be closer to their extended family. Since he is now a free agent. But I thought that was interesting because I know there's a team in Miami looking for a quarterback. So what would you think about that, Jay?
They won't. Miami had the opportunity to get Drew Brees.
Well, that's a different story. Drew Brees was hurt. No one thought that he was really going to be able to play.
I know, but
except for Saban.
Yeah, they're not going to go after. I don't think they're going to go after an older quarterback. I don't think they're going to go after older quarterback. I think they traded away so many players this year for draft picks. After like week 2, week 3, they just started trading people away for draft picks. So I think they're going to try to build on that thing. They didn't really make a huge coaching change or anything like that. So it's just we'll see what happens. But
yeah, I mean, I'm excited to see what happens with Tua, but I just got to say, I think Tua could be a Russell Wilson in the NFL, but I'm really concerned about his injuries, man. I mean, every time, and Aaron knows this as Bama fans, every time he got tackled, we were holding our breath. I mean, he's a very fragile person in terms of his talent is unmatched, but in the NFL, it's those hits are going to hurt even worse. And the
Dolphins are going to draft Jalen Hurts.
Ooh, that would be a big mistake. That would be a big
They probably
mistake.
will. They probably will.
That would be a big mistake if they did that.
But that's all they ever do is mistake. Like I said, the only thing we cheer for is when they play against the Patriots. That's it. That's all we ever cheer for. That's all. If you're a Dolphin fan, you know what I'm talking about. They're playing the Patriots. That's our Super Bowl every year. So, and we won our Super Bowl this year. So what can I say? And my stupid video of me and my brother screaming at the TV got 5,000 views.
Ryan's justifying his bigotry right now.
Yeah, I'm not racist. He has sickle cell. And yes, he is black. That's a requirement for sickle cell.
All right. Well, hey, game's about to start, so we need to wrap this up. So
yeah,
that was funny.
Who did you guys pick for the Tennessee Kansas City game? I don't remember hearing that.
I picked Kansas City. Jeremy is going with the Titans, and Drunk is going with the Titans. What about you, Aaron?
I would like to see the Titans win, so I'm just going to go with them. It's just another one of those things where, like with the Green Bay, 49ers game, I'm not going to be surprised if the Chiefs win, but I'd like to see my boy Derrick Henry make a bowl. So,
Hell
I'll take
yeah,
Titans versus Niners in the Super Bowl.
There you go. I'm with you. I'm with Aaron.
I'm going the favorites. I'm going KC 49ers. I hope the 49ers fucking destroy Aaron Rodgers. God,
I mean, I do too.
I hope they end his fucking career.
Well, I don't want him to end his career.
I do.
And
maybe the Bears can win.
I hate Aaron Rodgers though. I just want to see Derrick Henry win. I just want to see Derrick Henry run over everybody. I want Alabama to be represented, and we'll see what happens. So,
yeah, there we go. But hey, thanks guys for joining us. The game's about to start. I see somebody singing the national anthem right now. So there you go. Yeah, all hail the great Tim Tebow and his 47.5% completion percentage. What an amazing inspiration. Not a system quarterback at all. You can put him in anywhere, and I'm sure he would do great. But thanks for being here. We will catch you next time, and good luck to your team. Good luck to your pick. We'll talk to you guys later.